Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the podcast today. In today's episode, we're taking the podcast on the road in the Tesla Model Y to test out Tesla's full self-driving. For today's episode, we're going to do about a 8 or 9 mile test from my house to Evolve Auto, which is a used EV dealership here in North Little Rock, Arkansas. And we're going to see how well it works. We have some city roads we got to go on. We have some highways we have to go on, some construction we're going to pass. We're going to put it to the test unedited, so you'll see it from beginning to end. You'll get to see how many disengagements we have, if there's any interventions we have to make. So let's get started.
All right, welcome back. We're outside of my house right now, parked, getting ready to enter in our navigation. So just to let you know, this did update last night. So I go to my software here and I check my FSD. I have version 12.3.6 of the supervised software, FSD. So we're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to type in Evolve Auto. All right. It is calculating. Looks like it is a 17-minute drive, about 10 miles. And we're going to start and let it do the work for us. All right, we are in FSD mode right now. We are currently leaving my neighborhood. So like I said in the intro, this is going to be a mixture of residential, some highway, some interstate driving. We'll see how it handles. It is 8:45 in the morning. Here in central Arkansas, we will experience probably some light morning traffic. So this is interesting. This is not the normal way I take to work in the mornings. I usually take a left here, but for some reason it's having me take a right. We'll see how it goes. Looks like when we get to the stop sign down here, it's going to have me take a left. So we have a car right in the middle road up here. Let's see how it responds to this. Literally a car parked in the middle of the road. So it's going to stop, it looks like. It's going to put a blinker on to go around it. Good job. Amazon delivery, it looks like. All right, and we are back driving. All right, it's taking me through some more residential neighborhoods. Like I said, this is not the normal way I take to this location. Looks like it's trying to keep me off the highways and the residential roads for right now, taking me through the neighborhoods. So far, no disengagements or interventions. Just starting out here. Have to apply that force to the wheel to get that notification to disappear. And watch out, Mr. Turtle. We are leaving my neighborhood right now. Coming up to our first roundabout. Did that very well. Back driving. Once again, this is an unedited video, so I'm not stopping. We're just going to roll with it for the next 15, 20 minutes and see what happens. We are coming up to a little bit more busier road up here. It'll be a 4-lane road. That will take us to the freeway. That will take us into Little Rock. I have noticed since the update last night, the bottom part down here does look a little different, a little clean, a little crisper. I really kind of like it. Got a speed button coming up, and it kind of slowed down for that. Coming up to our first red light up here. We'll be taking a right at the red light. Speed limit is 25. Let's bump it up a little here to get out of this neighborhood a little quicker. And our first red light. We are stopped. It's tempting to make a right turn on red. And we are off. So this is probably where we will see our first area of some congestion appear at this red light. This is a popular road to leave the city I live in. You do need to be in the left lane up here. We'll see how long it takes for it to get in the left lane. It already looks like where it's going to do it at up here on the map. In about a little bit, it's going to get over in the left lane. All right, it's not doing it, so I'm going to do it for it. So that's the one thing I had to do was get it over in the left lane so it could go straight up here. The right lane is a right turn lane. Looks like we got about 12 minutes to go 8.3 miles to our stop, which will be Evolve Auto. If you haven't been there, you need to check them out online, evolveauto.com. They help us out a lot with our content, provide us with our content for our shorts. They are an exclusive pre-owned EV dealership, so that's all they sell. Go ahead and check them out. They got a wide selection of Teslas for sale right now. So head on over to evolveauto.com and check out their inventory. This is the longest part they'll probably have to wait on this trip, is to get through this light. I have noticed I do have to apply the turning force a lot to the steering wheel already, about 5 or 6 times just leaving my house. It's required me to do it. Going through the light here. Now our first little test is going to be getting onto the freeway up here. Once we take a right onto the access road, we have to then take an immediate left to get onto the freeway. So we'll see how well it handles that. Ooh, that was a hard break right there. But so far, besides using the blinker, no interventions or disengagements. I had to think about that yellow light, but decided to go through it. Oh, another hard break. Oh. All right, so this is where we're going to take a right to get onto the access road and then a left to get onto the freeway. So we'll see how well it navigates this. Should do it pretty well. We don't have any traffic coming down the access road right now. So, access road, taking a left. To get on the freeway. Gotta have to bump the speed up here a little bit. It wants to get on the freeway at 40. You have to bump that speed up or you get run into from behind. All right, now we're up to 65. Yeah, merging over. All right. So at the end of this freeway here, we'll have to take a left to get on the interstate. There also will be another quick exchange like we just had. We'll have to get over 1 or 2 lanes to the left to hit the interstate for a short while to get into the city where we'll hit our exit. Right before that exit, we will have a little construction. They're working on the road, replacing some bridges. We'll see how the car handles that. And there'll also be some construction once we get off the exit as well, rerouting of the traffic. But so far, besides the blinker, no interventions or disengagements. Passing the Kia dealership up here on the right, where they currently have about 5 or 6 EV9s for sale. See a couple EV3s as well. The Kia dealership. Now we're passing the Hyundai dealership. I see a few Ioniq 5s out there. Not many. They do have some charge point chargers at that dealership, which is pretty cool. Also noticed the update, some of the text and font has changed. This little 65 mile per hour max is blue and now has changed. So far, graphics wise, I really like the update. Just got my hand resting on the wheel. So if y'all don't know or new to this video, FSD is Tesla's full self-driving autonomous software. Basically, you set the destination, and with it being supervised, it should take you to one location to another. And we are testing it out today from a trip from my house to Evolve Auto in North Little Rock, which is about a 10-mile trip, about a 20-mile drive. We're about 6 minutes, 4.5 miles from our location. This drive is a mixture of residential roads, highway, and interstate. Right now we are on Highway 67, 167, getting ready to move on to Interstate 40 for about 0.3 of a mile, and then on to Interstate 30, where we'll get our exit to Evolve Auto. I am going to go ahead and put the blinker on to get over, because it is a quick left-hand merge up here. Or actually, I'll see if the car does it for me. Big sweeping curve here. Traffic is kind of light this morning. It is a Friday, so people taking an early weekend, I guess. All right, we are merging to the left now. We need to get over one more. We have a truck beside us. You're now merging left, hopping off Interstate 40. You're going to hop on Interstate 30 for not too long before we get our exit. Like I said, this is an unedited video. We're just letting it run. See what happens. So far, 99% flawless. So we'll go up here about another half mile and take the Broadway exit into North Little Rock. Pretty sweet yellow Ford Bronco Sport. Even as an EV lover, I really like those cars. All right, so if I anticipate any problems coming up, it's going to be during this construction because some of the street signs and roads are a little different. I'm going to bump the speed up here a little bit. We're going to be taking this next exit up here. It looks like the updates are correct. With about a half mile left, it will get in the right-hand lane to take the exit. That's what I've been reading online with the newest updates. It waits till you're about a half mile out from your exit to get in that right lane. And now getting off the Broadway exit to head to Evolve Auto. So normally this is a trickier pattern. Looks like it's going to have us take a right here. So that's a little different. I thought I would take a straight down to Broadway and then right, but we're going to take a little different road here. So by taking this route, we're actually bypassing the construction. So I don't know if that's something built into Tesla's full self-driving. I kind of don't think so. But taking this little back road here, we're avoiding all that construction and mess down there. We are now in the lovely city of downtown North Little Rock. That would be in Arkansas for those who are geographically challenged. All right, coming up to our stoplight here. So far, I've been very impressed by the full self-driving. Had to tug the wheel about, I think, counted about 8 times now. Not a lot on the interstate, more around the residential areas. I don't know if that's something built into the system of FSD. Got a trolley getting ready to come by here. We have rail trolleys here in cities of Little Rock and North Little Rock. It's pretty cool. This is one long red light, folks. I think the trolley actually controls it too, so that's probably why I made it a little longer. We should be going here in a second. And we're on our way. Not too much longer to go, about a half mile till we get to Evolve Auto. Must say, very impressed on this drive. Just 1 or 2 little hard brake issues and some traffic, but otherwise flawless. It's going to stop for this yellow light. It doesn't feel like it's having some issues making some decisions or some processing. It's been very smooth, just like a normal, typical drive. This is the first time I've ever done a long drive like this with self-driving. Most of my driving with FSD is interstate driving on long trips where you're just on one road going straight. So I'm glad to see full self-driving has come a long way since I first purchased this car 2 years ago. Right, we are back going through a little residential area here before we pop out onto the main road, which is Broadway, which will take a right. We're only about a half mile now. Pop in the right-hand lane here. About 25. We're going to bump that up to 30. If you can see out the camera in front of you is the city of Little Rock, right across the Arkansas River. We are turning right where our destination will be down here on the left. It's a pretty busy intersection. It's doing a pretty good job checking it out. Make a right-hand turn. That was awesome. That was very good. Better than what it normally does. All right, it says autopilot navigation complete. We are here at our location. Oh, I had to take control because I was trying to pull into the parking lot and there was a car coming. So my only disengagement was my last one when I arrived at Evolve Auto. We're going to pull in here, stop and say hi. All right, so overall, awesome. I'd say 99, 98% flawless. FSD has come a long way. The updates have been great. I want to thank you all for joining me on this unedited video here as we drove from my house to our sponsor, Evolve Auto. It was a 10-mile drive. Took us about 20 minutes to do. Had to use the blinker once on my own. No disengagements till the end where I kind of had to turn it off to pull into the parking lot. Flawless. Thank you all for joining the podcast today. And until next time, we'll see you later.